Welcome back to part number 3, which is the part when I need to start speaking quieter because my parents have gone to bed. So it's
Oh,
fine.
that's very cute.
So this is the Burning Wheel Patronage. Patronage is happening. Ash.
Who's patroning who?
Maybe you're being patronized by someone?
Ah, okay. I could be patronizing.
You can, yes.
Yeah, that's a good point. I feel like Elov was definitely a bit patronized
Mm-hmm.
in the last scene.
Definitely.
So House de la Rivera is having a big party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and see my dad
Mm-hmm.
and just be because I need to make sure that Martin and I are invited. Obviously, we would be, but I want to make sure.
Obviously, right?
I want to also
not
make
like you
sure.
snubbed your dad by marrying the wrong man.
And I also want to make sure that Stella is invited.
Mm-hmm.
And if that means that they short a spot, I'm sure that Magda would be happy to give up hers.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
So I go and visit
Dear old
Father
Dad.
Dearest.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we had a name for Father Dearest, right?
Yes,
You
we
came up
do.
with a name
He
for him.
is. Where's my relationships? He is Cesar. Cesare? Cesar. Cesare.
Cesare.
Oh no, Cesare.
Okay. Mix up some letters.
Yep.
Okay. So where do you find him? You have the relationships that you can set
I'm
the scene.
gonna go to his house. I'm gonna go to the family home.
Mm-hmm. So is the Rivera estate? Is it a city? Like a manse, or
That's
is
a good.
it
That's a
like
good point.
an estate?
Because I think there's the family house out in the which is like
a villa,
which is like a villa. But I think there's probably a place in the city that they own that is like the city house.
Yes, yeah. And this will be where the parties happen, and
yeah, exactly, yeah. And so I think I'm like greeted by the house butler or whatever,
Lorenzo meets you.
Okay, so Lorenzo. So I think what happens is Lorenzo seats me in the drawing room to meet with my father when he is ready, and so when he comes in, I'm 100% wandering around, just being just fiddling with things where I should be sat.
Yeah.
Waiting.
So your father has a very large, what is it called? The types of paintings that are done right onto the plaster.
Fresco.
A fresco. Yeah, he has a big fresco on the back wall of his drawing room. I'm trying to think. I think it's just it's of the villa. So there's the rolling hills, and the vineyard. And then...
I imagine he's a religious man, and so it's whoever our Jesus figure is of the ascended man is him. There's an image of him blessing the
I don't think it's that overt.
Okay.
But there's definitely a god ray.
Yeah.
That comes down on the villa.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm tracing lines on the fresco with my finger. And just being getting up close and looking at it really detailed and examining the way that the work was done and all those sorts of things, which I've done 1,000 times before.
Yes. Yeah. And it's flawless like master artwork.
Yeah. Yeah. It's done by one of the great masters that their time has kind of passed.
Mm-hmm.
And we're coming into this new age of art or whatever. But like all of the stuff in the dell'Arte house is all like classic masters.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like it's that thing of like stern and like perfection, right? It's a perfectionism thing.
Yes. Yeah. And yeah, so you're left to wait for sort of some time, and Lorenzo comes back and opens the door, and he places like a decanter and some like pewter goblets on the table, and a short time later, your father enters, and I'm imagining he's quite a big man.
Yeah, I imagine him as like a huge bear of a man, but like with a very finely trimmed, like dark mustache and like short back and sides hair, probably balding on top, and like always wears like very tightly fitting like suits and things.
Can I make a recommendation?
Controlled. Yeah,
he's played by Lawrence Fishburne.
Fuck yes, yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
yes. Yep, that's exactly right.
Yeah. And yeah,
the mustache is important though. Like he's got to have the like
salt and pepper mustache, and yeah.
But yeah, he comes in, and like immediately I turn around and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, and then like I go and sit down, you know, like very very like very much as the like oops like sort of thing where it's like intentionally setting myself up to create a moment of like, you know, to remove that level of formality.
And he walks in, and he's quite he's big and he's imposing, but he's like kind of tender when he's around you, and he like ruffles your hair.
I remember that this is a hateful relationship, though.
This is a hateful relationship. Okay, this changes things. Okay,
because he did so much for me, and I feel like from his perspective, I kind of like, threw it away or like spat on it.
In which case he doesn't ruffle your hair.
No.
He comes in.
Like I'm specifically trying to play the like, oh, I'm your small daughter.
So he comes in. He like picks up a goblet and pulls it. Like notices you haven't poured your own. I think he says, not like you to leave wine undrunk.
Wow. And I'm like, I think I say, with all the festivities coming up, I don't want to stress myself too much. And I think there's also a thing of like, sorry.
Yeah, he says how uncharacteristically responsible of you.
And I'm like, and I definitely am like, I've learned some things from you, father.
Just not the right things. Why are you here?
So I'm like, Martin hasn't received his invitation yet. I wanted to check that there wasn't a problem.
No problem.
Fuck. I'm like, and I'm like,
This is a respectful occasion. No new money.
And I'm like, yeah, well, in that case, I'm like, well, because yeah, like, because he's a Gabrielli. So I'm like, Martin is a Gabrielli. Just because his family has fallen on harder times doesn't mean he's worthy of your disrespect, Father. If you don't want us to appear, there are other things that I could be seen attending.
His family is not why he disrespects me, dear daughter. So that he didn't even use the slightest amount of courtesy in asking for your hand in marriage. No, you two decided to do that yourselves.
Yeah, and she's like, how can I roll this? Oh, it's gotta be, Father. I understand that the way that we did that was not the proper way, but given I think she said, given my childhood, you've got to forgive the occasional misstep of etiquette. You know that it pains me that I've hurt you so, and I don't want to, and I certainly don't want to bring any further shame on the family name. Certainly, it wouldn't look good for me to be absent from such an important event, and I can't reasonably attend without Martin. That would be further scandal. I'm just trying to help.
He puts up a hand. He says, "You shouldn't concern yourself with the family name, daughter, because it seems it will end with you."
Oh dear.
You know that I adopted you because your dear mother cannot carry her own. And yet you ran off and married a ragamuffin.
Yeah, I think she said.
Quite frankly, always smells of saltpeter. I don't understand it.
Yeah, right. I'm like, Father, I thought that to marry into one of the oldest houses, whether fallen on hard times or not, would be a valuable contribution that it could help. It could help the family find something new. So I'm trying really hard here to say the things that he wants to hear.
Yeah.
Because none of this, like this, because this could be falsehood. It could be like I'm just
bullshit. Yeah, it's soothing platitudes that you're trying to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him on side that we can have a talk about the party that isn't that is about the party rather than about
you being a screw up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to do that with an ob?
Yeah. So it's his will, I think.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's gonna be a pretty willful dude.
Fucking hell.
Yep. Where the hell is O in the alphabet? Oh, that's because I'm looking at the traits, not the skills. That's why there's no soothing platitudes.
I do that all the time.
There isn't much to distinguish them unless you look in the top right. Which, who does that when you're looking in the middle for the name?
Soothing platitudes. Yeah, the victim's will. Yeah, I think this is gonna be an ob 6.
Oh!
All right.
That's not good.
How do colon traits work?
You roll and then you can re-roll all failed dice if you want to.
Okay,
But you can
cool.
do it like once
Right.
a session.
Okay, can I fork etiquette?
Yes.
Do you have persuasion
No.
or falsehood?
No.
I'm out of ideas.
All right, I'm gonna spend an Arthur though. We're gonna
Yep.
spend a persona.
Spend a persona.
So that spend a persona. Let's be down to 0. Soothing platitudes. 1 for fork. 1 for Arthur. 6. Jesus
Ooh.
Christ!
Well, you can use your colon to reroll all those dice.
Yeah, I might just. Fuck. So charming.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's not do that. Fuck. 5.
Right, now 5 6s.
I better fucking be. Larger than 4, isn't it?
2 6s, but it's 4 successes away.
Dad. I'm spending a fate.
Okay, sure.
I'm gonna try it.
Might as well believe.
There's another 6.
1
There's
success.
3.
This isn't gonna work, but it's gonna be less catastrophically bad. Oh,
4.
What is happening?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6.
5
Mother trucker.
successes.
Oh. Oh.
Very close.
It was bold. It was bold and beautiful.
Um,
Don't forget to put the faint persona in your soothing platitudes, though. Work towards that grey shade soothing platitudes.
Yep.
Oh god.
and so, yeah, so Father Dearest, he sighs, because you know you've done this routine over and over again since you got married, and he sighs and he says, Sophia, I'm old and I'm tired. I wished for a son, and the Lord above chose not to give me such. Hopefully one day you'll understand what it means to be a revere. And maybe my name will live on in spirit. But I do not hold out faith for that day.
Fuck. I'm like, Father, I'm still your Father, I'm still your daughter, and it will not be proper for me to be seen elsewhere while you're while the family summer celebration is happening. If you don't mind that, that's fine.
You're gonna hate me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a persuade.
What? It's not etiquette. I suppose not, right?
No.
It could be ugly truth if that.
I don't have ugly truth either. Let's do
Yeah.
the persuade. Against his 6.
Just casual op 12. Easy.
Gonna get those challenging will tests. You can't fork etiquette because it's
because it's being learned.
because it's being learned.
Base of is 6. Fuck you, Dad. Yep. Cool.
There's
Great.
a couple
Excellent.
successes there, but
Nah. All right. Challenging will test. Yay.
Now what's the interesting thing? The interesting thing is that it's not that he doesn't want you there.
It's that I have to be there in like very specific
Yes, so he says
like very specific, like there's I'm required to be there and there are other requirements.
Sophia, of course you will be there. Your husband will not.
Fuck. All right. Cool.
And you will behave yourself. No talking about art, no talking about other people.
Can I suggest something really evil?
Absolutely.
She's there because they've lined up potential proper suitors because he doesn't think the marriage is legit. And he wants her to get remarried to someone else. That's super evil.
That's super evil, and I love it. And pretty legit if he didn't give his permission for the wedding.
He's a 6-well man.
Yep.
What's some priest gonna say in the face of Papa Revere?
So he says you will behave. You will treat people with the respect that they deserve. And you'll be meeting with suitors.
With suitors, Father. I hope you don't intend to invite that Bellini boy and his mother.
Well done.
Oh dang! She's quick.
Oh, don't worry. They already invited them themselves.
Father, I won't see him.
You will see whoever I damn well say you will see, daughter.
I'm like, it's fine. No one will be paying attention. No students will be paying attention to me anyway. I assume you've invited that Magda or Mariana or whatever she is. She'll take all the attention in the room.
Oh, do not be so petty, child.
Dang it. I'm like, I definitely am just like, well, I'll discuss this with Martin. I'm sure he'll have words with his grandfather. And like, I'm gonna storm out.
Yeah, he like downs his goblet of wine, and I think maybe you don't hear this, but the audience does. Like he says, like under his breath, like, I raised you better than this.
Fuck. All right, I'm just gonna be over here with my feelings.
Oh, that was good. That was a real good scene. That was intense.
Savage.
Feels
Yeah,
bad.
do you see where she gets it from?
Mm-hmm.
Feels
Mm-hmm.
bad.
Okay.
He's got 6 will. Why have you done this to me, Ash? Ashley, both of you. Why have you done this to me? I want his money.
I
And I
mean,
have to
you
deal with him.
present to me here's my incredibly influential and important dad who hates me.
Yeah,
What else am I gonna do?
sure.
I'm not meant
I
to
mean-
give you the things you want.
That's
He was always going to be Will 6.
Yeah.
Finbar. He was always going to be terrible.
Yeah. Okay.
Just wanted a fact.
What's next?
I have an idea for a personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I've kind of had 2 scenes already, so if
Yeah, Dave, if
Rob
you...
has-
I want to see more Dave.
All right. Yeah, I can work on something that's not specifically to do with this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
And I think what it is since I can't look for customers, I think what I need to do is I need to work on just being in the piazza and drumming up attention.
Mm-hmm.
So I should make some like show crafts pieces
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to try and like get customers that way.
Yeah, definitely.
So to do that, I think I'm going to make what skills? What are the like different skills? Like, is painting a skill?
Painting is a skill.
Okay, painting is a skill, but not one that I can probably make. Actually, I can make tool sets with Black Metal Artifice because it doesn't say which kinds of tool sets. You just make toolkits.
Yeah.
Because it's not always smithing. Actually, it does specifically say. You can work other materials as well. It's just kind of magic.
Black Metal Artifice.
Unless I'm super wrong, which I might well be.
This is a skill with which dwarves make all their mundane and household metals.
Okay, it's specifically metals. That's fine. So I make toolkits for what other?
So the obstacles listed here are horseshoes, mason toolkits, stone art toolkits, cooking kits, blacksmithing, black metal art tools, armorer, weaponsmith, war art tools. I don't know what war art is.
Oh.
And chirurgeon's tools.
Let's go for stone art tools.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mason stone art cooking. Let's try and make a super legit one. Because if it's going to be a showpiece, it's got to be a dwarven kit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's Ob 4.
Yes. I always read it backwards. I thought that was still in the 1 category. That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll give it a shot. Cool.
I was going to offer to help by being a hype man, but I don't know. It sounds like it's
I've
more
got to make it first, then we've got
physical act of making it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the failure here? I feel like the failure is you ruin a bunch of materials and you'll have to like get more.
Sure, yeah, like a resource test down the line.
Yeah.
That's fine. Can I fork in Dwarven Art-wise? Because they have stone masons, so I know how that worked.
Yep.
Right, let's give it a shot then. Why am I the way I am? YOLO!
Nice.
That was, yeah, that's 5 on 4 dice.
Yeah, that's a really good.
Got those 6s. That's
Yeah,
nuts. Wow. Okay,
Like that.
awesome.
Exploding dice.
Wow, it's a difficult test as well.
Mhm.
Sweet. Okay.
Nice. So yeah. So what is this set of so you've got like a hammer, like a set of like different sized like chisels.
Yeah, I think the thing that sets it apart is probably the little piece that you can tell it's a dwarven set because there's an object in it that doesn't wouldn't be in this, apart from it all being like totally immaculate. All the different chisels are like very specific things. They're all like measured. Like you've got your like millimeter one, you've got your centimeter one, or like whatever. There's like a self-powered kind of like spinning tool that like spins on like a little axis that you can use for smoothing things.
Yeah, like a Dremel.
Yeah, but it's like a specialized like dwarven one, and it's not clear exactly if somebody took it apart which parts of it.
Do you mean a Dwemel?
Is that a thing?
Isn't it a Dremel with a dwarven Dremel? Sorry.
Also Dwemer.
Hang on, I gotta Google this up. I don't even know what I was talking about.
It's a Dremel, but a dwarven one.
I don't know.
I think we're stuck.
You don't know
on
what a Dremel is? Oh, okay.
Oh, it's what I'm describing. Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that people invented these because it seems like a good idea to have for making stone things.
I'm sorry for interrupting with my pun.
No, it's totally cool because it means that I am inventing one of these that people wouldn't necessarily have access to otherwise, because it requires some sort of mechanized power. And I guess for the fantasy part, it's like not electrical, it's not mechanical, it's just
there's like a rune.
Turns. Yeah, and I've just done it in a certain way, and it turns on its own when you like press certain areas, and people are like, "What?" I'm like, I don't really know. It's just how you do it.
This rune here makes it turn.
Yeah.
You can't do this?
Okay. Cool.
So I have that, and I'm like taking off my like heavy gloves, like put them back on my belt, and just like lay them out, and I'm just like very happy with myself. Even if nobody sees them, I'm just like, yes, I've made a good thing.
Yep, nice.
So now, how do I
go out and be conspicuous and like conspicuous to get attention, oratory to...
Hey everyone, check out my new Dremel.
I made this Dwemel.
I can orate, can't I? Oh my god, that's what it's for. I have oratory because I shout as person.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's try and drum up a bit of business.
Yeah.
Get the curiosity with an oratory test.
Yeah, I think this is like a linked test.
It could be. Can you do a link test if it's going to be conspicuous afterwards? Because I don't have conspicuous. I have inconspicuous, but I don't have conspicuous.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think you can link test into it.
Because I think the conspicuous is first.
Okay, so I just wouldn't link to test it then, because I don't have it. Well, no, I'll open it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can. It's whether or not you're speaking to a crowd that are paying attention, or whether you're just yelling at people.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, because the conspicuous is to like get people there, then the oratory is to like convince them to buy your things.
Sure, and conspicuous is based on will?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I'll open it.
Yep. I think this is a busy street, so it's up 3.
Okay. There is no way that I'll succeed on this, but
Can you get help on tests you're learning?
yeah, absolutely, you're supposed to.
Would you like help?
Yes.
Sure. I will absolutely be, like Vittoria, moving through the, like he probably arranged. I don't know whether we woke up in the same like dirty. Actually, no. Vittorio invited himself back to yours to keep the party going, so he had a place to sleep last night.
Yeah, I pay
yeah,
rent on
you-
my own property.
Yeah. Vito,
Yeah.
you were woken up like early in the morning by like a forge, a dwarven forge being lit, and then like like the banging of metal.
There's like the effect where like it cuts to an underwater camera and you see something being like pushed into the water, and lots of bubbles and stuff coming up as if something being quenched, and it cuts away and it's actually him dunking his face in to try and like get over his hangover.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I will have like I'm off doing my own errands, but I'll have arranged with with Alof of when I should come like help. And yeah, I'll be using my own conspicuous, kind of moving through the crowd, and like loudly going, "Oh whoa, what is the master dwarf doing over there?" And like popping up here and there, just being like, "Oh, look at that! How interesting!" And yeah, like generally, butting into people's conversations and being like, "Something strange is happening in front of the dwarf's workshop."
Mm-hmm.
In the neighborhood?
Yeah. Let's see. Help's been accepted. Skills may help skills, and stats may help stats. Stats may not help skills. Okay. Since
Yeah.
am I rolling a skill or am I rolling a stat? No, I am rolling a skill still. It's just
Yeah.
luck means the test is harder.
And
Yeah.
like I'll help with Will if it's either way.
Yeah.
And what's your
My conspicuous is only 2, so you only get the 1 die, I'm afraid.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
I'm working on it.
Can I?
You can spend persona.
I was going to say, can I take time on it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
The failure consequence is Vito will be late to the party.
Sick. Thanks, Vito.
Why are you doing this?
All right. Sweet. Well, this is the link test first, so we'll
I'm so keen for this.
All right. Oh, fuck it. Look, there's 2 6s right there. Come on. Easy.
Easy.
Oh!
Go for it. Fucked it.
All right. So it's going to be 1 harder on my oratory,
Yep.
but I get the success. Sorry, the conspicuous test.
So it's the oratory test is the if I'll be late or not, or am I now late?
You're now late.
Fuck.
Yeah, so you are aware of the fact that once like a big enough crowd gathers, like I guess this is your out. Like you could help with the oratory, or you could like leave now.
I think it like the attention has been gathered, and like I dash over to Alov and I goes, "How in hand do you have things from here?"
I'm not very good at talking to people.
Oh, Alov, you're going to get me in trouble. Let's do this. And yeah, like I'll step forward and spread my arms wide, ladies and gentlemen of the Piazza, I present to you a craftsman, nay, an artiste. Most incredible. Someone who truly belongs here because the things they make are not just useful, but they are beautiful in their utility. I present to you, Master Alov, the dwarf. And I'm helping with my acting? Or at least my conspicuous.
Yeah. Helping with something.
Yeah.
I'm definitely picturing Chaucer from A Knight's Tale.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
I need a coat. That good coat.
Yeah, the good coat.
All right. So I say, all right. All right, folks. These are the best tools in the city for this job. If you don't use them, you're probably not ever going to be able to make something as good as a dwarf does. And that's why I'm offering them to you to elevate your skills. Using these is going to give you a leg up on the competition, so don't miss out.
Such poetry.
If somebody else does, then look, they're better.
They're just better
than these.
Yeah.
They don't exist.
Okay.
Mechanically speaking,
they don't exist. Okay. So oratory is average will of
the crowd.
The crowd, which is these are all just normal people, so it's free.
Okay. I'm getting an advantage from help. I'm getting. The reason I phrased it so terribly is because I was angling to fork in ugly truth. It's just like, if you don't have these, other people are going to make it.
Yeah. I think that's an ugly truth.
Yep.
And can I have another advantage because these tools are clearly special? Like if people actually look at them, they'll be
yeah.
Yeah, and anyone with any like actual knowledge of these tools, like
yeah,
damn.
All right, I'm going to make a sale.
Sculpting tools specifically?
They're stone art tools.
Okay.
So not specifically, but kind of.
Yeah, could be used for sculpture, could be used for like etching and.
Yeah.
I'm spending a persona point on it as well.
Okay.
So I really want to get at least one thing done in my entire life. So we'll see. Nice. What?
Very nice.
Every time.
Hey. So, can this be the right? So, question.
Got it.
Is this not making a sale, or is this just like selling for less than you wanted? Because if this is selling for less than you wanted, I have a buyer. It's me.
Hi.
Hmm.
I don't think you could afford these at any level, though.
Well,
like, because we don't even have the money to produce.
Yeah, I don't know how much these are like worth.
Well, let's
probably part of like if I do get undersold, it's because I don't know.
I'm curious. I'm gonna look at
Probably
like
part of it. I don't know. Well,
I like the idea
what's-
because yeah.
Yeah,
do like the
I
idea
mean,
of,
I mean,
of
you
Sophia being like,
definitely-
"Ooh, fancy."
people definitely want them, but I don't think they're necessarily convinced they're better than normal tools, and they're like, yeah, these are nice, but like no one is convinced the Dremel is actually something that works. They're like, okay, this is a nice set of
Look, I
chisels,
can-
but
I can show you, like, I'm like holding it up and it's like spinning around, and they're like, yeah.
yeah, but
This is what's making
what
me
would
late.
we use that for?
Yeah, and I'm just doing a really bad job. Like when someone says like, "What's the point of that?" I turn to them and I like begin describing how I've made it and stuff, and they're just like, oh. And other people like walk off whenever I focus on one person because I'm not good at keeping the whole crowd. And
Yeah.
And this is what's making me late, is I'm like constantly like, wait, like running around trying to keep people's attention on you, and like miss that. Oh, the sundial is in the bad place.
Yeah.
The sundial is in the bad place.
The place that means I've messed up. I'm trying to see where dwarven tools might fall on.
Yeah, I was just about to check that.
Tools for special skills is ob 5. Dwarven arms is ob 6.
I think this would be an ob 5.
So no, you can't have them, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Unless you want the ob 5.
Yeah. So tools for medicinal artist skills is ob 4, and these are like better than those.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it could as well be like the people who could afford it don't see the point, and the people who do get it can't afford them.
Yeah.
Because I'm probably in that price point in the Piazza.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I think
if that's the case, and if Sophia is anywhere near this, she's 100% being like playing down the value of it to the people who can afford it in the hopes that it would come down to a price that she can afford.
Is that why we fail? Because of you?
Everyone's helping in their own way.
yeah.
I think.
Damn it, Sophia.
Yeah, I mean, if Sophia wants, like, I'm perfectly happy for you to be in this
Sophia's
scene.
like, oh, those look fancy. Oh, you want to have? Oh, really? I don't think. You know, I've heard that dwarven. How does it? What makes it spin? You're making it spin, now, aren't you? Yeah, of course, obviously. And what would it spin for? Don't want it. What if it got away? Then I would have spent all this money on a thing that's.
But
Can I use House Reverewise to identify Sophia?
Yes, that sounds like an odd one.
And like her reputation, both
Yeah.
publicly and also like, oh, you're the daughter that isn't doing so great right now.
oh, I should have added in my reputation for that oratory test. But they would make a difference, probably. Not too late.
Yeah, too late.
What's the ob?
Just ob 1.
Ob 1.
Like, this is like the
I'm hard to
firebrand
miss.
daughter of.
Nailed it. So yes.
Nailed it.
So as soon as I see Sophia doing that, I swoop and go, "Oh, the pauper princess of the Revere household has opinions on the value of fine craftsmanship. Tell me, darling, how much did your last sculpture go for?"
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Don't play the game. We gotta play. I have now opened House Reverewise.
Nice.
I am. Yeah. So I think. I think she says. Wow. No, that's so brutal. I think I'm shut down. I think I'm shut down.
Do we need to roll a steel test?
I think. Oh God.
Take the steel test.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 100% doing
roll a
that.
steel test. What are the rules of steel tests?
You just roll steal versus your hesitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
you
don't think there are any
modify-
modifiers for it.
Yeah. It wasn't that violent.
No.
Like I'm shady, but I'm not that good.
Yeah.
No, it's just that she's just come out of this whole thing, right? Like, where it's like her value's been questioned and all these sorts of things. So, yep, okay. Let's do that against my hesitation, which is 5. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What reaction are you going to go for?
Where am I? What's the?
You
what's
can
the...
stand and draw, fall prone and beg for mercy, run screaming, or pitch backwards and swoon.
Can I run crying?
Yeah.
Cool. I do that.
Yeah, roll to shut someone down. Or was that turn them on? I don't know.
I don't even.
I'm practicing for Saturday.
Victoria, that wasn't she a customer?
Elov, my dear friend, she could not afford the fine pieces that you make here. You should try, and I point at a man who's dressed in nice clothes. He's got much more available coin. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm running late, and I should probably try and arrive at my party before that screaming woman does. Excuse me. And I'm going to run.
Okay. I think...
I mean, if I can go for a steal test to be like... when we say late, am I like on the I'm gonna miss my slot, or is this like can I try and get?
I think there is a speed test to be done.
Yeah.
To be on time. Well, you're either.
I think I'm gonna be late enough that I annoy. Like
yeah,
the consequences are I'm gonna annoy my.
Lorenzo is annoyed. He's already annoyed with you. He thinks like, this is kind of stupid and. I shouldn't have done this anyway.
He was so cute.
Yeah, if you fail the speed test, I think it's either you're late for your slot or you make it, but you're... See, this is the thing, right? It can either be you make it on time.
Yeah.
Or you make it on time and you're exhausted. Like, you turn up and you're sweaty and gross and huffing and puffing, and then you have to immediately give your speech.
Yeah.
Or, that would be a fault test.
Yep.
Or you can do the speed test and get there on time, or not get there on time and be late.
Are you doing the monologue yourself?
Yes. I have money to hire an actor. Are you kidding me? I mean, my speed is better than my fort. I mean, if I get there late, do I still have the opportunity if I can try and sabotage another artist so that I can steal their spot?
Absolutely.
Sweet. Let's do that. I'm gonna play to my stuff. Okay, what obstacle for a speed test are we doing here? How do we do speed? I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Where's the index? Speed. Because there isn't just a running skill, is there? That is just...
No, that is just speed.
Page 18, apparently.
Yeah.
It's so... Just roll all the time for fleeing enemy, stacking blow, it also the base of the dancing, stealthy, and climbing skills. Okay, but what for, like, the obs game? Tell me the obs!
Yeah.
Anyone in chat saying anything?
Let's just call it Yeah, page 15 for like general obstacles.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me, Ashley.
An act accomplished if you concentrate. Up 3.
Okay.
A risky act. What if he falls over and sprains his ankle?
Well, it's not the failure that we established.
You can't fork anything into XP rolls, so that's not a thing. I don't have any persona to put in there.
What if he fall over and die?
We're not playing Blood Bowl. I believe.
You did it.
Holy shit. Nice.
Wow.
I am amazing. I am a golden god of role-playing games. So yeah, I think this is the
Like the man who ran the marathon, you run into the house revere courtyard, yell Nike, and then pass out.
we just get Lorenzo's like looking around and saying, "Where is?" and like poking some like orderly, and where is he? He's supposed to be on stage, and then I literally just run up the stage behind.
No, I think it's more that like he's like looking at a pocket watch, and he's like tapping his foot, and he's like looking up, trying to find you. He looks down again, and then when he looks up, you're there, and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to work out who I'm going to like. So I'm trying to work out who I'm talking to when I point at Finbar's character, at Vittorio, and be like, "He's the man that mocked me in the."
yeah, okay. Well, we will find that out after our last break.
Yeah, let's do that.
So we'll be back in a few minutes, everyone. Hang out, get some water, stretch your legs, and we will see you in a short moment.